My last review is WWE 2K18, the Deluxe Edition.
John Cena edition.
No, I didn't get the Seen Enough edition, as it's called. Seen Enough. Did you get it? Because you've seen enough of John Cena. No, last year I bought the big stupid special edition, and I just got it because I wanted Shinsuke Nakamura's autograph, really. This year I got the Deluxe edition, so I got it a few days early, which was nice. Bit touch and go there for a second, but it turned up. And yeah, it's the usual buggy mess. There's all sorts of stuff keeps going wrong. I've had it crash during Create a Wrestler mode, and I've had like things where they're like, oh yeah, this wrestler's been calling you out, and the next time it's brought up it's a different wrestler's name, and then when you complete the challenge a completely different wrestler congratulates you on completing the challenge that apparently he set you up for, but it wasn't him, it was someone else, as you're going through career mode. Okay, so the game's buggy as hell like it normally is, but there's been some stuff I think they've done that's really good to it. They've really, like, a lot of people don't like the simulation style of the wrestling games are getting, but I really like them. They've done a lot of stuff to really like build on the sort of moments you'd have in a WWE match. Like in multi-person matches now, it can happen in tag matches, in steel cage, in Hell in a Cell matches, battle royales and stuff like that. Every now and again, if you get smacked really hard with a massive move, your character will roll outside the ring, and there's like a little meter that starts building up, and when it gets to the orange part, it takes a while to do, but if it gets to the orange part, you can jump back in the ring straight away and get into action. If you let it fill all the way, you'll be more rested and you jump back in with more energy, so you can do a special move quicker and have a bit of an advantage, which is a nice way because it mimics the whole sort of thing where, you know, like a wrestler's taken out during a tag match for a while and then he can jump back in and save the day.
Yeah.
That's quite smart. There's a little subtle control thing that's not even mentioned anywhere in the game, but the D-pad lets you break up pinfalls now. There's always been a thing where if you're pinning someone, you can press L1, you just get up out the pinfall as if nothing happened. So that was your way of simulating the flow of a match, because a lot of people like to wrestle the matches as if they're simulating a real match.
Yeah.
So they'll purposely take a few hits for a while, then they'll fight back and all this sort of stuff, because they want to stage a wrestling match. But with the D-pad on this one, you can do stuff like, you can pull your opponent's head up like a heel would, as if he's like, I'm not done beating this guy up yet. You can do stuff like you press it and it makes the opponent like kick their shoulder up only slightly at the last second.
Yeah.
As if they're like barely getting out of the pinfall.
Oh, okay,
all sort of stuff.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so they've added little things like that in there, so you can control the narrative of the match, which is quite smart.
Yeah.
They let you get rid of that. I couldn't stand the submission technique in the last one. It was this weird, you had to move an analog slider around and try and cover your opponents.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I didn't like it. In this one you can switch it to button mashing. I prefer button mashing because I like old wrestling games where you have to mash buttons like crazy. They got 8-man matches in there, which tanked the frame rate a little bit, but it's the first time they've done an 8-man match for ages, and it's nice to have them in there. Weirdly, you can't have Survivor Series matches, and I need to fiddle with the create rules thing, maybe see if there's a way to set the rules up so you can have elimination 8-man tag, because it's really weird that it's really weird you can have an 8-man tag match and not have a Survivor Series elimination rules, which is the reason. But at least Royal Rumbles are now really big. You can have, you know, Money in the Bank matches with 8 people, and, you know, all sorts of crazy shit going on. You know, it's just a bunch of little tweaks here and there they've done. Pro tip: when you start the game, you get given a whole bunch of the points for using to upgrade your wrestler. In my career, don't spend it on unlocking wrestlers like I did, because you're going to need them. Because your wrestler starts off very weak.
How hard is it to earn them?
Oh, you get fuck all. You need, like, at the early part, you need about 1,000, 1,200 to bump up a stat, and you get about 300 a match. You can cut, after a while, you can do stuff like, you can go and cut a promo if there's not a story going on during the career mode. That'll earn you a little extra. You can start a backstage brawl with someone, that'll earn you a little extra. But it's a slog. I think there comes a point, if I remember like the last game, it comes a point where it starts ramping up how much you get each match.
Yeah.
But what I'd suggest most people do is just go and play the universe mode and the other modes and rack up money then, and then jump into my career.
Oh, okay.
So you've got a whole bunch of it.
Pro tip, 1 sec. Pro tip.
Yeah. That's what's it. Yeah. But yeah.
Pro tip, play the game.
It's got a fucking massive roster of wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah. In all. Like,
how would you say this compares to WWE 2K17?
It's a better game. You just need to fix the bugs in it.
It's a better game, but just need to fix them. And how about 2K16?
2K16 was alright.
Was 2K16
17
better?
was better than 2K16.
Okay, so they are improving little bits here and there. Do you feel like maybe it's time that they skipped a year and patched a lot of the issues?
I think they should probably do a new game engine at some point.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, people forget this. The old wrestling games, when years ago, when wrestling games were super popular for a few years.
Yeah.
at the time, there was 3 different consoles, and each console got its own wrestling game.
Yeah, because they would be produced by different houses.
And
That's why you got the SNES
It was all
ones.
THQ and stuff, but it was like, if you didn't like the arcadey style of one, there was a simulation style wrestling game.
Yeah.
There was something a little bit in between, but there isn't now. You have to make...
And then you had that
They're not
weird
gonna
friend
spend
that
that
always
money.
had Fire Pro Wrestler.
You can get Fire Pro Wrestling on PC now.
Can you?
Yeah, Fire Pro Wrestling World. It's really good. I've got Fire Pro. I've got the Game Boy one. Game Boy
Yeah, I
Advance.
gave you the one for the SNES as well,
Did you?
didn't I?
You gave me GQ Pro Wrestling X.
Yeah.
Power Move Pro Wrestling. Maximum Voltage 96. It's pretty fucking hard as nails game.
Yeah. We did not get very far in that game.
No, I tried every now and again. I almost won a match once.
Oh, wow. I remember I was the fish face guy and I just lost immediately.
Yeah, Squid Guy. I like him. Spit ink.
Yeah.
The Creative Wrestler on this is really good. New little thing they've added. Very important. You can pull individual teeth out of your created wrestler.
Oh.
So when you're creating a wrestler, you can just like go, oh yeah, I want that tooth out, and I want that tooth out. Weirdly, there's no mouth guards. I've looked through, I can't find any mouth guards, which is odd because there's a bunch of wrestlers who wrestle with mouth guards, and I want mouth guards.
When are they going to bring back the old Fight Night games?
Fight Night, who knows? When EA need more money.
I love Fight Night so much.
Yeah. Boxing's not really a massive deal now, and they've probably got more coming in with the UFC game they do.
Yeah,
which is kind
very
of
good.
Yeah.
They got it right the first year they did the UFC game. And they did it again the second year, and it just went shit. Like the first year, when you put it on hard, people did more damage. They were slightly faster to react, and they could do more transitions, and they would be able to duck things a little bit easier. When they went to the second game, it was just lazy programming. They just made it so the person weighed more.
Yeah.
So when you got someone on top of you, you just couldn't escape. And it wasn't because you were like lack of skill or anything like that. It was just because they made them weigh so much you couldn't shift from under them.
There's a weight balance thing in 2K18, but it's kind of... You can still do moves against people. It just means that if you're a cruiserweight, there's certain moves you won't be able to do on them. Yeah. But you're still going to be able to strike and do flying kicks and all this sort of stuff. There's some cool ways of doing finishes in it as well. I saw when I was playing a match yesterday, my tag team partner jumps off the top rope and the computer opponent did a super kick on him in midair. Like as he was coming down, just went boom like that. I was like, fuck, that came out of nowhere. You can catch people when they're doing a move. You can, like, if they jump off the top turnbuckle, you hit reverse and grab them and hit your finisher on them, like when they're flying through the air, which is quite cool. They've also added in the option to pick up people and walk around with them for a second, but the computer AI gets out of that way too quickly.
Yeah.
Like, that's irritating because you need to be able to get them towards the ropes or something and slam them into things. But yeah, overall, it's a better game. They need to patch the shit out of it though. Apparently in universe mode, because you can, like, you get what matches are on the show, you can change them and customise them how you want. If you schedule a promo for your wrestler, then it crashes the game apparently. But I don't tend to schedule them. I like to play universe mode by like just letting the event create itself, and choose what matches I want to play. But yeah, it's decent. There's so many wrestlers in it. By the time all the DLC's out, which if you get the deluxe edition, you get the season pass with it. There's something like 206 wrestlers in all, which is fucking crazy. Like, that's a lot, and it's like a really good, solid roster. Lots of legends, lots of new guys. There's not too much padding in there. Like, they haven't done too much of his one wrestler from 2006, he's one wrestler from 2008, same guy. If they've done that, it's when it's worthwhile. Like, they've got Undertaker in the early 90s, they've got late 90s Undertaker, and they've got Biker Undertaker, and they've got Modern Undertaker, and they're 4 distinct Undertakers, so it makes sense. It's not like what they did one year where there was like 3 Alberto Del Rios for some reason. What difference did he had? He went from wearing gold trunks to white trunks. But no, solid game if they patch it. Apparently PC version seems to be a bit worse, but that's normal, isn't it? These days. Looks nice sometimes, looks terrible other times. Some of the graphics are really good. The lighting on it's amazing. I think they've done a really good job of that. Some really nice little physics stuff going on, but yeah, there's been tweaks to the way certain match types happen, but I think it just takes ages to do anything in it. If you don't spend all your points on unlocking characters at the start, you might have more fun. Because I had to unlock Legion of Doom, and I had to unlock the Bushwhackers.
You used the word "have you" as if you need to do that.
I needed to get Cactus Jack.
I don't think you did. I think you wanted Cactus Jack. Yeah.
But it's fun.
He's too quick for him there.
Don't buy it.